Jordan, come on, I'm just like Mike, ain't I? I'm just like Mike,
Why'd you hit him like that?
I'm just like Mike. I barely hit him. Shit, this shit hurt. God
Why
damn.
hit him like that, man?
Draymond Green had no interest in helping Jordan Poole and himself get back together. According to Logan Murdoch of The Ringer, senior Golden State Warriors player Draymond Green had numerous chances to patch up his fractured friendship with former teammate Jordan Poole, but he turned them down each and every time. During training camp in October of last year, Draymond Green's first struck Jordan Poole's jaw, ending the Golden State Warriors' chance of winning the championship before they even got started. After 9.5 months, the narrative is still very popular on podcasts. The impact it had on the dynasty that dominated the NBA for almost 10 years may make it a moment we relive again and again. The Warriors have made it through injuries at their core, Kevin Durant's departure, verbal altercations, and a losing 2019-20 season. They have advanced to the finals 6 of the previous 9 years and won 4 titles. However, the punch could be their downfall. It was an example of how two strong personality traits, Poole's boldness and Green's temper, could sow the seeds of their own downfall on a team that Steve Kerr has purposefully given permission to be vulnerable. Or perhaps it's just that Green keeps bringing it up. Following the Warriors' unsuccessful season-long attempt at reconciliation, Poole was traded to the Washington Wizards this summer. Since then, he has kept quiet. He has mainly kept to cliches, diversion, and meme-worthy chin crunches. However, a few days ago, he made a reference to Draymond's constant speech on his Instagram story. Perhaps it's because despite Green's continuous podcast appearances and round-the-clock coverage of the Warriors, we are essentially in the dark about one tantalizing detail, exactly what Poole said. In any case, it seems like a good idea to go over all the things, little and big, that happened to get us here. Draymond Green and Jordan Poole got into a physical altercation during practice. According to The Athletic, and the organization is seriously considering disciplinary action against Green. The following day, a video appears on TMZ that shows Green pushing Poole away after he gets in his face, and Green forcing Poole away with a ferocious right punch to the jaw. In the end, the Warriors employed a legal company to find and punish the person who leaked the film, and players and coaches expressed a degree of annoyance that, looking back, perhaps should have been focused on Green. Green makes his first appearance in front of media. He apologizes in a tone that portrays self-disappointment before leaving the team to handle personal matters that he claims contributed to his carelessness. He bemoans the humiliation the leak brought Poole and pledges to do all in his power to help his team, to help Jordan and his family, and move on from there. Green returns to practice and participates in the Warriors' last preseason game after the team decides to fine him rather than punish him. According to Mark Spears of Andscape, Poole did not believe that a suspension was required. In response to inquiries about why Green wasn't suspended this time, he had previously been suspended for a verbal incident with Kevin Durant in 2018. Kerr advised the public to rely on the team's history. The Warriors would not be the first to attempt to control Draymond's rage without formally suspending him, and their choice appeared to be based on their faith in what Kerr referred to as their collective experience, as well as Poole's readiness to proceed. However, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN noted that timing was an issue. They didn't want to suspend Draymond Green and keep him from attempting the Warriors' 2022 championship ring presentation during the regular season opener. Poole signed a 4-year, $140 million contract extension with the Warriors 10 days after the iconic punch. This is the greatest commitment and move of the summer, after Golden State allowed Gary Payton II and Otto Porter Jr. to depart. The action is seen as a clear indication that the Warriors are beginning to embrace the two-timeline strategy that just enabled them to win a championship. If Green declines to sign an extension, rumors that this could be his last season wearing a Warriors uniform will spread throughout the league. Green is also eligible eligible for a new contract and could hit the open market at the conclusion of the 2022-23 season. For the former Defensive Player of the Year, it's high noon. The 23-year-old, who recently signed a hefty extension, is most likely not the player leaving, given the luxury tax burden the team owner, Joe Lacob, must pay in the off-season. Despite having every right to lash out, Poole has chosen to stick with these succinct, professional responses and focus on moving on throughout the trauma, even though he is the victim in this scenario. Green discusses the event in the premiere of a self-produced documentary that airs on TNT the evening before Golden State's ring ceremony. Alternatively, he talks about the leaked footage and how, during the narrator refers to as his exile from the squad, he was too preoccupied to find out if it went viral. Kerr has always aimed to create a space where players feel free to be who they are, and as a result, she has assisted in realizing Green's and other players' potential. However, the corporation has held him more accountable and reined him in better in the past. Looking back, it's becoming increasingly obvious where the Warriors actually went wrong. They relied too much on their past crisis management experience, rather than maintaining the freedom-accountability balance that allowed them to create that trusting environment. As Poole approaches the free throw line with a 41-point deficit against Brooklyn, the Barclays crowd erupts into a chorus of "Draymond punched you," and Poole, who was anticipated to improve following his new contract signing, has witnessed a decline in efficiency. In addition to shooting 4% points lower and forcing 8.1 triples a game, he also commits 3.5 turnovers on average per game. Curry's endearing portrayal from the previous season has verged on hallucination. Frequently, Poole drives into the paint as if he were on stilts, stumbling over nothing and giving the ball away to the opposition. He appears disorientated and overly eager to pretend he's not. After redeeming himself against the Grizzlies with a game-winning layup, Poole runs into Curry in the tunnels and mimics him by removing his mouthpiece, which causes the two to laugh in embrace. You may argue that it's all water under the bridge, but the Warriors' victory drops them back to 500. Green virtually begs for the ball in the center of the court, but Poole doesn't find him. In disgust, Green turns around just as Klay Thompson makes the entry pass, which leads to a turnover and a close loss. Gobert gets his comeuppance from Draymond after the big man for the Wolves gets into a fight with Kyle Anderson, a teammate. Why not just screw around and find out? Following their release of Poole, the Warriors re-signed Green, giving him a $100 million deal extension that will pay him $27.6 million in his last year at age 36. The realization that doing the right thing doesn't always equal understanding what to do is heartening for both Green and the Warriors as a whole. It also serves as a reminder that the fallout from Green's punch has not yet subsided and that the outcome. And that's all for today. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Express your valuable thoughts in the comments section below.